Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ballistic Demon here, and today I'm here to talk to you all about Bioshock Infinite and give myself, crap, this chair sucks. Okay, I'm just here to kind of give a mini view. Okay, this game will probably receive high praise and reviews from anyone who has ever played it and will play it, because Bioshock Infinite is all around a really freaking good game. Graphically, it looks amazing and beautiful, and Columbia is possibly the best looking environment I've ever been in. Is it the best looking game I've ever seen? No, but the environment itself, especially at the beginning portion of the game, before crap goes to heck and you're kind of just walking around and getting to know the crap that's going on, That there is possibly the best part of the game for me. I love that. And here's another thing. Okay, so anyway, I'll just talk about it. The story, freaking awesome. Even though it's a first-person shooter, it's an awesome story. I think that this is a story put into a first-person shooter, not a the first-person shooter was put into the story. I think this could be its own story. It didn't even need to be a game. You could make a movie about this. That's how good it is. It is amazing, alright? Going through Columbia, picking up the vigors, which are like the power-ups, picking up the new guns. That's fun, but the gameplay's fluid and that's fun, but what kept me going was the story. I wanted to know what was going to happen to Booker, to Elizabeth, to Songbird, and even to Comstock. I wanted to know what happened, and that's what kept me going. Even if the story wasn't there, the first-person shooter aspects are still good enough to keep you make you want to keep playing. It's an all-around perfect first-person shooter. This is really saving first-person shooters. This is save first-person shooters. I'm now not sick of first-person shooters because I was so excited about Halo 4. And I got Black Ops 2, I got Borderlands, I got Far Cry 3, and those are all good games, but first-person shooter-wise, it saved the genre, in my opinion, for the generation, because every game has seemed to be an oversaturation of multiplayer lately, trying to be the next Call of Duty. And you don't have to be the next Call of Duty to be a good first-person shooter. This proves it. Borderlands 2, great first-person shooter, really different than all the other games like Call of Duty and that. The only problem I have there is that it takes a very defined taste of the first-person shooter genre to like that. Not every first-person shooter maniac will like it. It's a very long game too. Not very long, but it's longer than something along the lines of Bioshock Infinite. So that will turn a lot of gamers off. And that's why I wouldn't say it's the greatest game ever. I love it, but I'm looking at an all-around point here. Bioshock Infinite is a first-person shooter with a story that anyone can play. Okay. If you can play this game, play it. You should try it. You could rent it. I'd say just buy it. It's that good. It's like a must-own. It's like Mass Effect. It's a must-own game. You must play it. It's just another one. It's like you remember when Bioshock 1 came out? It defined this generation in many ways. It completely blew everything out of the water. It kind of is like, hey, this is next-gen tech. This is what the games are gonna look like. This has an awesome story. The atmosphere is creepy and awesome. And yeah, enjoy the game. That's the first one. This one here is kind of saying, this generation has been amazing, and we can't wait for the next one. But we're not done with this one yet. This is like the last good wave goodbye to this generation, first-person shooter-wise. I mean, we still got, Grand Theft Auto 5 coming out later this year, which will probably be one of the best games of the generation. But this, in my eyes, is the best first-person shooter of the generation. It is. I just play it, and you'll understand why. It's just amazing. Now, I'm gonna talk a bit about the appropriateness. That's not a word. Okay. how old you should be. I'd say if you're around 13, you could play it. You should be older because this has some pretty graphic stuff. And how do I say this without being... If you are black, I mean African American colored, you could be offended. I didn't mean to offend you by just saying that. I'm sorry. But there is racism in this game. A lot of it too. Like at one point the guy's like, "Ha! Do you take your coffee black now?" And that was racist. I'm like, oh no, they didn't. Same with Irish people. They're racist to them. Why Irish? Huh? What did they do to you, you jerks? Anyway, if you may be offended because they are treated differently, I'm sorry. That's just, it was the time period they were going for. And you could be offended. Also, there is some huge religious stuff in this. It's very religious. Not like religious like, oh, press square to pray. Press triangle to pray. Press circle to pray. Press the B button to get down on your knees and thank God for everything He's given you. If you do not press A in the next 5 seconds, you will be struck by lightning for crossing God. No, not like that. I mean, there's religious elements because the people here are supposed to be, in Colombia, very religious. You go, you start off the game by getting pretty much baptized. It's how it is. If you are anti-religion or atheist, you might not like that aspect. I don't know. If you're religious, you probably won't care. I don't think it matters. Just thought I'd put it out there. So yeah, it didn't bother me. Then again, I'm okay. No religion. I'm not atheist. I believe in God and all that. And I don't think that'll really affect it. But if you're like anti everything, you might not like it. Another thing. This game. After you get, I want to say, about a third, not a third, maybe a third to halfway through the game, your mind gonna get blown. This game is like that. I can't even talk about it because your mind, you have to think about this game. And you're gonna want to play it twice because after finishing it the first time and seeing the ending, you're gonna be like, holy crap, that ending was amazing. It was. It's a perfect game. Go play it. Ending is amazing. Play it twice because you're going to have to comprehend the ending. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace! By the way, I give this a must buy. Bye. Peace.